Hello everyone, this is Shidong from Sinotruk Hovel. Today I will give you a short presentation about China heavy-duty truck emission standards because I find it's quite easy to find the European standards online, but for the Chinese one I think it will be very useful to make a short video and talk about it. So first, let's look at the history for the China standards, okay? And of course, in this presentation, we mainly talk about the standards for the heavy duty truck, okay? Not the light truck or other cars. So Chinese government started to implement the emission standards, I think after 2000, okay? As you can see, the first China 1 standards is released, I think around 2000, and of course it's officially and completely implemented in 2001. And of course, until now, we are in the stage of China 6, okay? That's the latest version, okay? And most of the versions are referred to the European ones, okay? So they are more likely equivalent to each other. Of course, I will show you more data in the following slides. And as you can see right now, we are in the stage 6, okay? And of course, we started, I think the document was approved in 2018. And right now, we are already implemented for the gas engines. And also, for example, in last year, it was implemented for the buses and the postal trucks, etc. And from July 1st this year, which is in a few months' time, we will implement on all the new trucks produced inside China, okay? That's for the stage 6-A, because there are two stages, okay? For the next stage, there are still some requirements on top of stage A, that is to install some real-time emission monitoring devices on the trucks. So in this case, all the trucks will have a device which they can collect the emission data from the truck and send it to the local server. And then of course all the data will be combined and then send it to the central server. So the government will have exact real-time data to monitor the emissions from all the trucks, okay? And of course, that will be implemented in just a couple of years. Still, for example, if you implement a new standard, okay, it doesn't mean that the old truck will be abandoned, okay? They can still run on the roads, but there will be more strict rules. For example, right now in China, we are still in standard 5, although the 6 is coming, but still on the roads, you can see the trucks with China 4 or China 3, but they are limited to some, I would say, rural areas, okay? Because if you want to come to the central city or even some suburb of a city, it is quite difficult, okay? So that's why many truck drivers right now in China are preferring to buy China 6 standard trucks. One more thing I want to mention about the second-hand truck, because I know a lot of, friends or clients abroad are trying to buy second-hand truck from China since they are cheaper, okay? And of course, right now, most of the trucks they buy is most of the trucks is with the China 3 standards, okay? And as you can see, China 4 standards started or officially implemented in 2013. So this means all the trucks, all the second-hand trucks with China 3 are produced before this date, before 2013. So you can have an idea that these trucks are used at least right now 8 years, okay? So if someone tell you this is China 3 standards truck and it has been only used for 5 years, for example, it's not true, okay? So, and on the other hand, because it has been a long time, so the second-hand trucks with China 3 standards are becoming less and less in the Chinese market. So that's why possibly you will find out that it will be getting harder for you to buy the second-hand truck with China 3 standards in the future from China market, okay? Of course, you can buy other China standard trucks, but of course you have to notice okay, at least to make sure the difference in their engines or the diesels they will use, okay, with different standards to make sure it is adaptable to your own market, okay? So that's also very important. So this slide, I will not go into details. It tells about the details about, of course, these standards, okay? This is the limits from the China standards, okay? And as I mentioned earlier, the Chinese standards are made basically by referring to the European ones, okay? They are almost equivalent, okay? Because as you can see, this slide is showing the standards from the European ones, okay? Of course, there are minor differences, but most of them are the same. As for example, let's take the Europe 3 standards, okay? As you can see, the values here, okay? The carbon monoxide emission standards is 2.1, and the hydrocarbon is 0.66, and the nitrogen oxide is 5.0, okay? This is from the Europe 3 standard. And if you look at the Chinese one, okay, China 3 standard, it's exactly the same number. So you can see that they are pretty much equivalent. And of course, this is the name of the test which they use to check the emission, okay, ESC and also ELR. But for the China 6 right now, we are using WHTC's test. So that's all for today's video. I hope you like it, okay? If you like this video, please subscribe to our channel and or visit our website, which is www.hovel.hk. If you have any comment, please also you can leave below this video and tell us what other topic you want to talk about Sinotruk or Chinese or any other Chinese truck. Thank you. See you next time.